Hi, everybody. Greg Flower here for Buy It, Rent It, Profit Education. And welcome to our 7 o'clock class on Thursday nights. It is Ditch the Spreadsheet. And what I do here is teach everybody on how to use the next generation deal analyzer on the Buy It, Rent It, Profit, Buy It, Rent It, Profit educational platform. I am here in the studio. Miss Karen is out on location, and let's get down to it. So let me share my screen. Oh, rid of this. Let me get into here. So everybody can see my Buy It, Rent It, Profit. Okay. So you come into get on there, you go into workstation. This is where I am now. And you're going to see your tiles here. You're going to come to Real Estate Investment Analyzer. And we're going to open that up. This property is a little different than what we used to seeing. I usually try to stay in our backyard, but this one was very interesting. So that's why I did it. It's in Broward County. It's 58 units, 1-in-1s and 2-in-1s, and I'll explain those as we put the rents in. $11 million for 58 units. It was built in 1969 and renovated in 2013. So it's actually in really nice shape. The rents are under market, block construction. The only thing I'm not sure is if they have a laundry. They have a pile of other income. Some of it's from a reimbursement program that they run for the trash. But anyway, let's get going here. $11 million. We're going to put our price in here. Their NOI is incredibly high. It is 875, 695. Get all this information from the OM. I get all my OMs in from Crexy. And then I just go through them all, and everything you need to find out is going to be in the OM. If it's not, then you just contact the listing broker. We're going to put in 7% there, and we're going to go 30 years. You just call the listing broker and you ask them for some information. Simple as that. So see where our DSCR here is 92. I hadn't put in the amount yet, but check that out. Now this is just 20% down, right? An $11 million purchase with this enormous NOI. And look at our DSCR. It's right where we need to be. Remember, the banks want to see your DSCR 1.25 or higher, right? So this is just with 20% down. Most of the time, and this is another reason why I picked this one, most of the time we're putting 40, 45% down. And on some of the projects that we looked at, we're even putting, over 50% down. So this is just with 20% down at a 7% interest rate, which is fair, 30-year term. And bam, our DSCR is there. It's got a nice cap rate, almost an 8. They want to get rid of this property. And we can help them. This is a nice one. This is a nice one. We're going to put this up in the deal room probably tomorrow. I'll download the PDFs and I'll put them up in the deal room on the platform. So keep your eyes open if anybody's interested. This is University Club. I don't know why I didn't take the whole name, but it's okay. I'll just pop it in there. And I even have a file folder. Miss Karen will be so proud of me. Somewhere in here. I think it's in the gallery. Yep, there it is. Big complex. It's almost on 2 acres, and the rentable square feet, well, we're going to see that in a second. Age of the property, I'll put in 1969 and space 2013. I like to do that just so I know. So this is the it's 1.72 acres, which converts to 74,923. So if you take the 7-Eleven, 43,560, times it by the 1.25 7.2, and that's what you come up with your square footage and the rentable square feet, because we have 50, went up in there, 58 units, pretty high as well. We got 656. And I'm not sure if that's exactly right. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less, because all they gave me was average square footage. So we just go from there, multiply it out. It's not critical. I'm just going to slide you guys over here. So yes, we want to put in the unit mix. And the reason I was talking about the unit mix, he's got 1-in-1s, and he's only got 4 of those. Average, and it's all average square feet. Average square feet is 578. So some of them might be a little bit bigger, different configurations. And his rent is $1,556. So remember, this is in Broward County. And like I say, it's a little bit over. The rest of everything is 2 bedrooms, but they have 2-in-1 straight. They have a 2 1.5, and they have 2 2s. So unfortunately, we don't count bathrooms. So there's 8 units. These are the straight 2-in-1s. These are 714 square feet, and these rent for $1,870. These are all average rents. I didn't get a rent roll. We decide to move forward or further on with this, we're going to have to get an exact. Actually, I do have an exact rent roll. I did print it out, if you can see that or not, but I do have it. It's all over the place. So averaging it out makes this so simple. Like I said, if we're going to do a deep dive, oops. If we're going to do a deep dive, then, we're going to have to go into that and really dig down and find out. But these are a little bit smaller, 709 average square feet. These rent for $1,938. And oops, I put 3 bedrooms, should be a 2. And then these are the 2 2s. These up to the 30 units were the 2 1.5s. That seems to be the most popular one because there's 30 of those and there's only 16 of these. These are almost 800 square feet, the 2 and 2, 798. And again, it's average square foot. And these rent for $1,924. And it's like, again, just average rent. So no big deal. So just rental income is almost $1 million annually. But they have other income too, and it's a utility reimbursement program, but they say trash bill back. So that's 51,000. Then they have other income. So I'm pretty sure there's a laundry on the property. I don't remember seeing one in the OM, but the total other income is 378, 84,378. I mean, that's huge. But again, it's 58 units. Sometimes we're not really looking at it, but he does have a 4% vacancy rate. So let's hit that. And this is the number we'll look at this. Before we even put in expenses, our cash on cash return is almost 30, 29.5. But we're going to look at expenses. Of course, we're going to look at expenses. So they gave me a property tax number of, I think it was 112,000. And we know that's wrong. And Broward County is so far very easy to calculate. You don't even have to run the formula. They have a calculator built right in. So you just put in the purchase price. So I put in the $11 million and it spits out what your property tax is going to be. But remember, we're in the state of Florida. And if you pay your taxes on time in November, you get a 4% break. So the way the calculator spit it out, it's exactly $209,000 annually for our property tax. But if we pay early in Florida, we get the break. So it comes out to 206.40, 4,640 for the property. That's almost 15% of your expenses right there. Insurance, they gave us an insurance number. I bumped it up 10%. 126,500. Let's see. Next one is utilities at 22,057. They don't list any water, which I found really funny. So they collect $51,000 on a trash bill back, but then they have a bill of 39. So they're making some money on this bill back. 360. Maintenance repair. 26.1 exactly. Their management fee, well, we'll go in line here. That way I don't lose my spot. They have a landscaping bill. We'll add that in. They have reserves. Our reserves are 14.5 since I'm here. They have landscaping. Up there it is there. Cheap, 4,200 for the year. Then they have pest control. Yeah. That's not too bad either, 34.80. And again, if you want to do this quicker, no big deal. You can just add up your expenses and put in a total number without breaking them all out, this way. But the only thing you lose there was you got to make sure you calculate the property tax correctly. Their admin fees, cheap, 43.50. I did the reserves already, and their management fee is 5%. That comes out to 67,635. Exactly 5%. So the expenses are a little low. They're missing water, so I know that's going to be, it's going to raise it up a little bit. They don't have any electric. So, I mean, they push that all into utilities. So, but I mean, like again, watch our cash because it's going to drop once we hit the next button. I just thought that it's the highest number I've ever seen underwriting properties. So it drops to 6, almost 6.5. Still a good number. I'm going to keep this like this for a second. We're going to come back and play, of course. But I'm going to save this PDF because it's still a great deal even without playing with the numbers. So our debt service dropped a little bit, so we're going to pop this up. And that's because the property tax number went up so high. They had 112, and I knew that wasn't right. So at 200,000, that adds what, 8,800, 88,000 to it. So I think there's going to be like 22% maybe now. Yep, 23. Yep, 23. That's going to change. So as we can do your editing, this is everything we've put in so far. You can go in and edit any number if you think you put something in incorrectly. So what I love about this deal analyzer, it's very simple to use. Obviously, there's a spreadsheet in the background calculating stuff. So we're going to grow our expenses by 3%. And I really wish I could put a negative number in there with the grow our income by 3%. Our expenses, I wish I could put a negative number there. And cost of sale, but look at our cap rate. It went up over 8. 1.5. So here we go. This is just using their numbers. So our NOI went. It's almost the same as what they told us. It went down 30,000, and that's because of the increase in the property tax. Our net cash flow for year one only $83,000. That's not too shabby. Our cash on cash return, 3. That doesn't look that good. But look at the IRR. This is just with their numbers the way they're sitting. 17. So granted, when you add in the water bill, it's going to drop a little bit too. But let's go play because there's other numbers here that we can put in. Put you guys down here. Oh, so let me save these PDFs because I want these real numbers. There we go. That's PDF. Yes, it is 717. That took less than 15 minutes to do. So You gotta love this deal analyzer. As I, you're pulling numbers. You take a couple minutes to pull the numbers off the OMs, but it's really just 3 pages. So I got those, and I'm also going to. Unfortunately, this doesn't keep. It'll keep. Let me go back. And again, you save this link right here. Copy. Go to my email. Go to my inbox. Sorry, go to compose. Send it to myself. Uni. Title at university. And there's my link. Move you guys again. Where's this go? Why is this here? I know I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, go away. Thank you. Send. I go into my inbox, and by the magic of electronics, here it is. This is everything we did. Ta-da! And I have the PDF saved. I'll open those up in a bit. But I want to go back and play because that's the fun part about this deal analyzer. Now we're just going to we're going to go back to property income. We're just going to put in their pro forma rents. Okay, they're saying this 1 bedroom can rent for $1,600. Oops, I'm in the box. And I believe these because they're down south. It's in Broward County, just west of Fort Lauderdale. The next one, the 2 and 1, they can rent for $2,000. Oops. The 2, 1.5 can rent for $2,100. And last but not least, the 2-2 can go for $2,275. Right? And this is not, I'm not changing anything else, just these numbers. And let's go to, let's just save and go forward. Let's watch our cash on cash. Oops, didn't change yet. Yeah, it jumped up to almost 7.5. Let's go to the end and let's watch our numbers here. So now your NOI went up over $1 million. That went up $150,000, almost $160,000. Our net cash flow went to 239 and change. That's just year 1. So let's look at this. 23, almost 24, 23.75. But wait, there's more. Let's go back and change what we're going to pay for this. We don't want to pay 11 million. We're going to pay 10.5. Now it went to a 9.5 cap. Oop, I got to apply. Darn it. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, it did. Okay. Here, supply those numbers. I did do that. Now let's go to the end again. Our NOI stays the same because we didn't change anything there. Net cash flow 280. But look at the IRR. Oh, 24, almost 25. I love it. This is a great, I love this deal analyzer.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, sir. How we doing?
How y'all doing, man? Hey, what happened to the utility expenses? I came in kind of late.
Oh, the utility expenses, they lumped them all together. Oh, they went away. Why'd they go away?
Yeah, there's no utilities, no electricity, no sewer. So that's probably why the numbers are a little high.
There's no water and sewer. I know that. 22,057. Did I forget to put that in? I don't think I did. That was there in the beginning. Yeah, still 34.
What utilities do they have?
I
Do you
believe
know?
they have, well, obviously they have electric, but
Yeah,
yeah, they just lumped it. It's probably water. It's probably water. I'm assuming it's water, electric. That's what they call utilities.
I mean electric. Yeah,
Like I said, when they lump stuff together like that, it gets confusing. That's why if we're going to continue to dig deep on this one, obviously we're going to get a real P&L from
breakdown.
them,
Yeah,
right? But yeah, I mean, the way this sits right now, this is a fantastic deal, and this is just using their little bit of numbers, their property income numbers, and even if you can't get this to 22 and 21, it's still a great deal. It's still pushing a lot of money.
it's what class? B class? C class?
I would say it's a B. Let
Yeah,
me see if I can get my OM open here and I'll show you. I believe it's this. Yeah, this is it. Carrie gets mad at me. I don't want to show you who it, but I mean it's nice. Show you the apartments they're all redone.
gotcha. Yeah, I like that blue.
Yeah, right. And it's nice. Normally I'm not a bright blue person, but for against the white wall, it looks really nice. And the white
Hey,
furniture.
you know what I got as an investor when I buy a property that's similar to that one? The
Hmm.
issue that I have when I see old windows, it's just something eats at me where I want to put new windows in. And
Oh, I know.
it might not even need new windows. It's just the look, you know?
I know. It's just yeah, that drives me crazy. That's what we had in my apartment here, and they had the old jalousie windows, and one of them didn't even close. So where I'm sitting right now would be 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house, and the air conditioner just never shut off.
Right.
So we look at these nice new windows we got.
Yeah, that's what Inner Brian comes in at, where you don't need to spend the money if you don't need to spend the money.
Right, right. Yeah, if the windows work, let them be.
Right.
Yes, I couldn't imagine replacing for 58 units, replacing windows like that. I can't imagine what the cost would be.
Yeah. I know we did 50 something on our 10 unit, and that was like 30K.
All right, yeah. I mean, if you do them a little bit at a time, you're gonna hold the property for 10 years. Like you say, you do 10 every year. You just budget for that.
Right.
And then you can raise the rent even higher. You got nice hurricane windows. Be quiet.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, when you step back, the windows ain't bad. It's just
Right.
something that I would have to work myself out of, just the
Yeah.
emotion of that.
Yeah. That's true. And again, what does Brian teach us? Hey, look around, see what the other multifamilies look like. What do they have
Right.
in the same class?
I agree.
And you're not going to look at new construction. The ones behind them here, I mean, they look like double hungs.
Yeah.
They're not the old jalousie windows. I'm sure if we looked around now, at some of these pictures.
Yeah. But I will say that when we put our new windows in, they made, man, the aesthetics of it, there was a big difference.
Oh yeah, it just totally changes the whole look of the place.
Yeah.
How we
Yeah.
doing on the property from last week?
Yeah, man. My apologies.
Yes.
I reached out to the agent. She told me what I needed to get to her. I didn't even know I got my lights out, huh? Hold on.
You're sitting in the dark. You must be in a movie theater.
Do you want me to stop recording?
Yeah, let me thank our sponsors first. I'd like to thank our sponsors and everybody for showing up. It's thank you to Ed Carper School of Real Estate's My House Deals, Home Depot Pro, Stewart Title, Lincoln Lending. Who am I forgetting, Karen? That's it? Okay. It's another episode of Ditch the Spreadsheet. We do this every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Hop on the platform, register for next week, and We'll see you then. Have a great night, everyone.